I know you must have seen hundreds and thousands of videos on how to get your first client, how to make your first 1 lakh rupees a month, or how to make your first 5 lakh rupees a month. And I know that everyone must have probably given you 10 different strategies, sales funnels, or sales script on closing your first high ticket deal. But what if I tell you that all of that is bullshit? Who am I to say this? Hi, my name is Himanshu Kandekar and I am a business consultant for online coaches. In the past 6 years, I have worked with 150 plus coaches across multiple different industries, and my strategies have generated over 35 crore in cumulative client revenue. And I got my first client back in 2019. And since then, I have helped over 150 plus online coaches to get their first or the next high ticket client. So it's fair to say that I know a thing or two about it. And one thing I can say for sure is whether it is getting your first high ticket client, making your first 1 lakh rupees a month, 5 lakh rupees a month, or 10 lakh rupees a month, none of this has to do with your niche, sales funnel, sales script, or the ads that you're using. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you won't need these things. You will. What I'm saying is it's not as important as you think. The most important thing in achieving your first anything, whether it is a client or a revenue milestone, it is you. Now let me explain this with an analogy. Let's say that you want to cover a distance of 10 km from point A to point B, and you can use any vehicle you want. You can walk, you can run, you can use a bicycle, you can use a motorcycle, you can use a car, and you can even use an F1 racing car. Now we all know that riding a bullock cart or maybe walking is the slowest way possible to cover that distance, and the fastest way possible is obviously using an F1 racing car. But here's the thing. If you have never been trained in using F1 racing car, then you will not even cover 500 meters and you'll get into an accident. Does that mean there was a problem with an F1 car? No. The problem was with the driver. And unless and until the driver becomes capable of handling the car, they will keep crashing no matter how good the vehicle is. And that's the exact problem coaches face when they are trying to get their first client or reach their first 1 lakh rupees a month. They are asking the wrong question. They are asking which vehicle is best for me to get from point A to point B. What instead they should be asking is, how can I become a capable enough driver to be able to even get there? And in this video, I'm going to talk about exactly that, the thing that actually matters. We are going to spend 90% of this video on talking about the driver, that is you, and only 10% on the vehicle. So without wasting any more time, let's start. There's this popular saying which goes like this: one does not achieve a goal. One becomes the person who is capable of achieving the goal. And the goal here that we are talking about is getting your first high ticket client. Now, before we go into the tactics, let me first share with you the harsh truth that you should know if you want to start or keep running a profitable coaching business. Harsh truth number one, it takes time. There's this famous quote by James Stockdale, who was a prisoner of war during the Vietnam War, where he says, "The optimists die first." He noticed this during his year as a prisoner, that people who said that they will be free by Christmas were the ones who died first. Because when Christmas came and went and they were still in the prison, something inside them broke. I am telling you all this because people in the coaching industry have same problem. They believe that they can either become a millionaire overnight, or they can earn, or they can, achieve a specific revenue milestone within a duration of time. See, when people attach their survival to a specific time frame and then that time frame passes, then the survival beyond that becomes the hardest thing to do. But if you do the right things and follow the right strategy, eventually you will definitely get your first client. Hundreds of people have done this before you, and you can do this as well. All you need to do is just be patient. Harsh truth number two, there is no shortcut. Every month, I speak with hundreds of coaches on consultation calls, and most of them are searching for that magical setting in their Facebook ads dashboard, or that one specific funnel that can, help solve all their problems overnight. It does not work like that. You have to wake up and you have to do the same 4 to 5 things every single day without distraction, without deviation. If you want to land your first high ticket client, or you want to make your first 1 lakh, 5 lakh or 10 lakh rupees a month. Yes, sometimes you might get lucky and get your first client within 15 days of trying, and I'm happy for you if that happens to you. But that rarely happens. And even if it did happen, for the next client, you still have to put in the work. So in short, there is no shortcut to success. Harsh truth number 3. It is going to be painful. And I'm not talking about physical pain. Most of us can bear that. What I'm talking about is emotional pain. Because until you get your first client, you are going to face more rejection than any other point in your entire business career. And rejection is painful. Financially also, you will be at your lowest. So every decision that you will make will be in beg, borrow and steal mode only. And that is going to hurt. Harsh truth number 4, you'll have to make a lot of sacrifices. If you are serious about building a profitable coaching business and getting your first client, then this is the phase where all the sacrifices will start. You'll have to sacrifice your friendship, you have to sacrifice your fun time, your weekends, your parties, your health sometimes also. In this phase, the universe is going to test you emotionally and physically. And you have to pass all these tests. Only then you will be able to get your first client. Harsh truth number 5, you will be on your own. No one is coming to save you. You're about to walk the path of entrepreneurship where there is no pension fund, there is no sick leave, there is no paid holidays, there is no weekends, there is no HRA, there is nothing. It is one of the loneliest journey that you'll take in your entire life. If you succeed, then success is yours. But if you fail, then failure is yours as well. Harsh truth number 6, your weakness is going to be amplified. Whatever weakness that you feel that you have in your life, once you embark this journey, that weakness will be amplified 10 to 100 times. For example, if you feel that communication is your weakness, then after entrepreneurship, it will be on display for everyone to see and judge. And it will hurt far more than it ever did before. If you have unresolved issue in your relationship or in your personal life, just add business on top of that and everything will hurt 10 times more. See, I am telling you all the harsh truths not to discourage you. I am telling you to be prepared for everything that is going to come on your way. Entrepreneurship is not bed of roses. It's trial by fire every single day. But once you pass this trial, then you will see more success in your life than you could have ever imagined. And getting your first client is going to be the hardest part of it. Now that you know all the harsh truth, let's discuss on how you can actually become a coach who gets clients consistently. First, you need to understand how money works. If you think that money is the number in your bank account or the amount of notes in your wallet, that's not money. At its core, money is simply the exchange of value. And the person who makes most money is the person who generates most value in a free and fair market. So if there is a coach who's making 10 lakh rupees a month, it means that they are doing something in their client's life that is worth much more valuable than 10 lakh rupees per month. So the real question is how you can generate that kind of value. Now, I'm not going to go deep into value in this particular video. It's a very, big topic and it deserves a video of its own. If you want me to create a video on that, then comment value in the comment section. But to put it simply, if you want to generate value in someone's life, you can do that by helping them solve a particular problem or achieving a desire that they want to achieve. Let's say that you are a fitness coach and you notice that a lot of women gain a significant amount of weight after childbirth. So they don't look the way they used to, they cannot wear the clothes that they used to, and it hurts them deeply. So if you can create a structured program to help postpartum women lose weight, then it is going to be super valuable for them. And they'll also pay you significantly for that. So this is how money works. The exchange of value. Now that we have understood the harsh truth and understood how money actually works, now let's start working on becoming the person who is capable of making the money and getting the first client. Now to get there, you have to work on 4 things. your skill, your character traits, your beliefs, and your paradigms. These are the 4 things which in combination define the identity of a human being. Now let's go through each one by one. Number 1, skills. Your skill is your ability to do something well. Now to build a coaching business, you may need many skills. But today I'm going to discuss the ones which are absolutely non-negotiable in getting the first client. Number 1, domain expertise. Whether you are a health, wealth, or relationship coach, you need to be genuinely good at what you do. This is a non-negotiable starting point. Number 2, sales. You need to learn how to communicate the value that your program offers, and you need to learn how to persuade someone to give you money in exchange of that value. Number 3, advertising. And by advertising, I'm not talking about you have to learn how to run Facebook ads right now. What I mean to say that you need to learn the means and the methods to get your offer in front of the right people and persuade them to take the next step. And we will talk about the beginner friendly ways to do this in the later part of this video, so stay tuned. And number 4 is financial management. At this stage, you'll need to learn how to live frugally, because this phase of building a business is already very tough. And if you add poor financial management on top of it, then it's going to become very, very hard. So how you can get these 4 skills that I mentioned? I have a good news for you. We live in an era where access to information has never been easier. So go ahead and watch YouTube videos, podcasts, use AI, use all of it. Go deep and build these skills. Moving on to the next thing, which is character traits. Character traits are the qualities that define your mental, emotional, and behavioral pattern. Now, to get your first client, you will need these 3 character traits the most. Number 1 is discipline. Discipline is self-control. It's the ability to resist impulsive actions and stay in the course even when you don't feel like it. It goes without saying that without discipline, you'll never be able to build a successful coaching business and not even get your first client. So learn to be disciplined. Number 2, consistency. Can you do 3 to 4 things consistently every single day, even if you don't want to, and even if they do not generate you immediate result? All the beginner coaches, they struggle with this more than anything else. After failing for even 1 or 2 times, they just start chasing for the next new thing. But success requires repetition. So put in the reps every single day. Number 3, focus. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett were once asked, what is the one thing that they feel is the biggest reason behind their success? Both of them said the same word at the same time: focus. Focus is the ability to set aside everything else and focus on the thing that moves you closer to your goal. So you need to learn to focus to get your first client. If you have all the 3 character traits that I mentioned, then no one in this entire world can stop you from getting your first client or making your first 1 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees a month. Now let's move ahead to the beliefs. Belief is a statement of perceived truth. So for example, right now, you may have a belief that it is impossible for a beginner coach to land their first high ticket client. That's not a fact. It's a belief that you have. And that belief can be formed from your past experience, or maybe you have heard something like this from someone in the authority, whatever it is, but that is a belief. See, right set of beliefs will not only help you land your first client, but they will help you become a multimillionaire over time. But the wrong set of belief will stop you before even you begin. See, what I cannot do is tell you that this belief is right, or not anyone in the world can tell you that this belief is right or this belief is wrong, because it varies from person to person and one needs to figure it out by themselves. And how do you do that? You do that by working on your next thing, which is your paradigm. Your paradigm is nothing but your worldview. It is your lens through which you see everything, and it is shaped by your experiences, your environment, and people around you. See, the worldview of someone with 0 rupees in their bank account and someone who is a billionaire is completely different. So in order to build a coaching business that makes millions, you have to see the world from the worldview of a coach who is already making millions in their coaching business. And that's what exactly known as a paradigm shift. So how do you exactly do this? So So you may probably have heard this statement that you become an average of 5 people that you spend your most time with, and that's exactly how you will shift your paradigm. Spend more time with the people who are 10, 20, 100 or 200 steps ahead of you. I'm not saying that you have to go and chase them and befriend them. You can do that virtually. Read their biographies, watch their interviews and podcasts, consume more and more of their content, and your worldview will shift automatically. Now I know exactly what are you thinking at this point. I clicked this video on learning how to get my first client, and this guy is just blabbering out mindset shit for the past 10 minutes. Not once he told me what is the niche, what is the funnel, what is the sales script, nothing. Trust me when I say this, 90% of the work that you need to do to get your first client is internal, is with your mindset only. Even if you take just one thing from this video, you will be 10 steps closer to getting your first client than you are right now. So as promised, so far we have talked about the driver, which is you. Now let's talk about the vehicle, that is business tactics. What are the tactical things that you can do to get your first client? Let's start with the step number 1, that is getting your foundations right. The first thing that you need to do is identify the right market, then build an offer that you can sell into that market with a very clear and strategic brand message. I have already created really in-depth videos on finding the right market and crafting a really good brand message. Links will be in the description. Please watch them, and soon I'll be creating a really good in-depth video on how to create an irresistible offer that nobody can say no to. So if you're watching this video and not subscribed yet, then click the subscription button. Step number 2 is building a sales funnel. A sales funnel is nothing but a combination of marketing assets placed strategically so that it helps someone who does not know you to become your customer and then in turn become your raving fan. I have explained every possible and popular coaching funnel that is working in 2026 in this video. You can go ahead and watch it, and particularly go through those funnels where I have said that this funnel is very much beginner friendly. Step number 3, get traffic. So traffic is nothing but simply the attention that your offer will require if you want your first client. And as a beginner coach, I would recommend you to start with the low budget options. So here are the 3 low budget options to get traffic that I recommend. Number 1 is through communities. So these are the online spaces where people with similar interests, they hang out. So it can be Facebook group, WhatsApp group, LinkedIn communities, or even school groups. So people who fit into your exact target audience profile, they are already spending their time over there. So all you have to do is get that attention directed towards your offer. Now the pros of using this method is it's one of the cheapest and the easiest way to get started. And the con of using this method is just because it has very low barrier to entry, it has a lot of competition. The second is using organic social media. So all you have to do is pick one platform where you feel that your target audience is spending their most time on, and you need to start creating content for that platform. And if your content is genuinely good, then the algorithm will bring in the right people to you. The pro of using this method to get traffic is obviously it's cheap because it's free. It helps you build your personal brand from the very beginning. And the con is that it takes a little bit more time. The third way is by running low ticket messenger ad campaigns. So you pay platforms like Meta to put your brand message in front of your target audience. And in return, these ad platforms will flood your Instagram, WhatsApp, or Facebook Messenger DMs with the request of people who want your coaching services. The pro is that it is a little bit faster than previous 2 methods mentioned. And the con is it requires you to spend some amount of money, but at the same time, it requires you to have a very strong filtration process in the place so that you get the right customers. That's it. That's everything you need to get your first client or make your first 1 lakh rupees a month, 5 lakh rupees a month, or even first 10 lakh rupees a month. Now I know that you do not want to stop right there. I am pretty much sure that you are here to build something bigger. Now, if you want to build a coaching business that makes 20 lakh rupees a month, then I have created a detailed training on the 72 steps, the exact 72 steps that you need to take to build a business that generates 20 lakh rupees per month, which you can watch by clicking over here. So go ahead, watch it next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.